big Donald Trump supporter, former 2016 presidential candidate in his own right, might disagree with that. Dr. Carson, good to have you.
Well, good to have you back, Neil. It's great to hear your voice again.
Thank you very much, Doctor. All right, you heard what Cuban was saying, that there's so much uncertainty around the prospect of a Trump presidency that on his election, should it come to that, people are going to panic and just sell stock. What do you think?
Well, you know, he articulates very well the concerns of many of the Never-Trump people and some of the Republicans that don't want to go his way, because they would much prefer to have certainty, even if it's certainty that's enveloped in corruption. And, you know, that's what Hillary Clinton represents for them. But they know what she's going to do. They know that she can be controlled, she can be bought. Now, when you bring someone in like Donald Trump, you know, he's a wild card. And, you know, they haven't faced this for a very, very long time. They don't know what to do.
But a lot of them don't know what to do because he's not been consistent on issues of whether he could trigger a trade war, whether he wants to take retaliatory action against companies that hire abroad. So they're confused. How can you allay them, as someone who supports Mr. Trump, of their concerns, that he's not going to be crazy?
Well, I think if you talk to him, when you sit down and talk to him and you ferret these things out, for instance, he talks about penalties for companies that go overseas. But when you sit down and talk to him, you recognize that he's saying, let's fix the environment that's forcing them to go overseas. And if they still choose to do that, let's make sure that we penalize them.
But that's not what he said in the very
necessarily come through.
I'm sorry, Doctor, but that's not what he said in the very beginning when you guys were debating on the same stage. You were still in the race. He was going to penalize them first, that if you dare go abroad, or in the case of Ford, go into Mexico, I'm going to zap a tax on you for doing so. Do you think maybe with the best of intentions he is sending mixed messages? He's confusing people.
Well, he's sending messages that a non-politician might send by not laying the foundation very frequently for the things that he says. When you come back and you talk to him and you ferret it out, you find out that the foundation is there. But he just is in the process of learning how to lay that foundation first.
Doc, while I still have you, Barack Obama decided not to meet with the leader of the Philippines in Asia because this guy had said a lot of horrible stuff about the president and his mother and all of this, and he decided not to meet with him. Now, leaders always have personal gripes with one another, but they ultimately do meet with him. Do you agree with the president that given the harsh tone of the Philippine leader's remarks, that he's perfectly justified, that is President Obama, to say, no, I'm not going to meet with you, you're a gabon? He didn't say.
Certainly has a right. Certainly he has the right not to meet with him, or he has the right to be a bigger person and not necessarily let your actions be dictated by someone who is perhaps not acting in the most mature fashion.
Well put, Dr. Carson. Great seeing you again. Thank you.
Okay, you too, Neil.